This is not nothing new. Say like P. Diddy, right? Because he's got a lot of stuff against him. Let's just say that what we know from that video what happened with Cassie. We see him swinging her around, treating her like a nigga, right? Who did Diddy learn that from? He had to learn. At one time, Diddy was he was being mentored. He was being trained. He was hungry to be successful in the music industry. But for him to be that way, he had to have seen this. The point that I'm making is that although you see this happen a lot with black people, black entertainers, you don't think those music execs are doing the same thing? The people that are cutting their checks, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. So, but you see, they move differently when it's one of theirs. It kind of like it's not even news after a while. You don't hear about it anymore. They move real different when it's one of theirs. I believe the dude from Nickelodeon, when it came out about him, I think he probably did some time, a little bit, but I think he got hired by some other studio. Y'all know the one, y'all probably would know that the heavy set producer guy that was back in the day, he was producing that comedy show with all the kids together on one show, like All That. Well, everything came out about him. He's back working. They just kept it quiet and everything, did what they had to do. And I heard that he's hired by another studio, right? But the black entertainers that get up in this industry and do those things, they're seeing it from the people that put them on, and the people that put them on got put on by the higher execs. And when you get to the high execs of these corporations of the music industry, a lot of these people are either white Americans or they're Jewish folks. I'm just saying. Black folks coming from the hood, we be so hungry to make it. Now you think about a P. Diddy out of New York, hungry, starving to make it in the industry, willing to do whatever to get to where he's trying to go. The mindset of black people is like that in this industry. It's like you're so hungry and you're starving. You want to get up out the hood. You want to change your life. You want to, that rags to riches story. You're hungry and you're starving, and you're willing to do whatever you have to do in order to make it, in order to come back to the hood with a stack of money, in order to buy your mama a house, in order to do all of the things that you grew up seeing on television. You're willing to do those things. People think that people that would just walk away when asked, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And some of these things may be horrible. Most people are not strong enough to turn down millions of dollars in a contract, and you ain't never had nothing. You ain't never had nothing. And now you're being given the keys. What you think in your head is the keys to life, to really living that life. How many people you think is going to turn that down? Now, I know it's people that have turned it down because they've said it in interviews. Dave Chappelle said it in an interview. He turned it down, right? He turned down $50 million. But this is the dilemma that they put us in. You coming from a poor existence. You coming from the hood. Your music is buzzing. Your music is, is growing. They see potential in you. And when I say potential, they see how they can make money off of you. That's the potential they see off of you. They see how you're going to make money for their company. And then they give you these ultimatums and they give you these requirements. How many people are able to turn that down? How many people are grounded in themselves? How many black folks you think are grounded in themselves to say, you know what? I'll do it the hard way. If that's what I have to do, I don't want that. I don't want it. How many people you think are really like that? How many people you think are grounded with that type of morality in their soul? Because you're dealing with the soul. You're dealing with the soul of a person, and they're looking at it like, damn, I can change my whole family's life today. I can change everything about my life today. I can have this in my life. I can get my kids back. I can buy my mama a house. I can buy, I can get any car that I want. I can get the jewelry that I want. Man, my life will be, it will be the shit. It will be dope. It's not too many people right now, after even seeing everything that has came out of this music industry, that would turn that down. It's not too many people that's going to turn that down. They're not going to turn that down just because of the hunger that they got to have a better life. And these record companies, they know this. They know this. And that's why you see people end up in those 360 deals and end up in those deals where they end up owing the record company, and they still owe the record company 3 albums, 4 albums. They in debt. They got to go work, make content, make music, make art, just to become free, just to get free from the record label. And a lot of them, I guess they learn later that it's better to just do it a different way. It's better to not just sign your name on that dotted line, because you're signing a deal with the devil. You see these kids on TikTok, somebody comes up with a dance or something, they'll take that dance. They'll repackage that dance, and the next thing you know, they'll be doing the dance, and they'll give it a different name. You can't actually watch television or nothing like that without hearing Black culture used in TV programming and in commercials. Like our slang, a lot of catchphrases that we come up with, they use those with the quickness. They use, because we got all the flavor. We definitely have all the flavor. We don't have the, oh yeah, we definitely have all the flavor, right? But we don't have the education when it comes to these industries and how they prey on us. And we're looking at these people that give us a contract with all this money as friends, but these people are just looking at us like we're prey and they're vultures. If they can give you $1 million contract, what do you think they getting paid? That's the same thing I talk about with like the NFL and the NBA. If they can get, a $40 million contract for 3 years, 4 years, how much do you think the man that's cutting the check is getting paid? Like, the money that we are getting is pennies on the dollar compared to what they getting off of our backs, off of our hard work, our blood, sweat, and tears, our music, our artwork. So they put life insurance on these deals because they already looking at it like something's going to happen to this particular rapper. Somebody might just try to take him out. That should make brothers actually think, sisters actually think, if you're in that position to sign a contract, have somebody that actually is knowledgeable about these contracts. If you're not knowledgeable, you're not, your comprehension skills ain't there, have a lawyer, have somebody that's knowledgeable that can break it down and understand what you're signing away.